It seems like all the time news keeps dropping right before the Aces are about to do something major. Dearica Hamby has filed a discrimination complaint, and she named the Aces, Becky Hammon, and the WNBA. Zena, you and I have talked about this already on this show when Dearica first made her allegations back in January of last year. Then once the WNBA investigation was concluded and they did suspend Becky Hammon 2 games, which many of us felt was actually an insufficient penalty. You know, that she only got 2 games. The Aces also lost, I want to say, draft pick, or potentially they lost something. I think it was draft picks, 1 or 2. And you know, it was like, oh, is that going to loom over the season? Is that going to affect the Aces? And clearly it did not. And now they're in the final. And Becky has been pretty defiant about, like, they came to the wrong conclusion. And now Dearica has taken the step to actually file a lawsuit against the league and Becky and the Aces. And of course, this dropped ahead of the finals. So I'm going to guess that this is not going to impact the Aces just because they haven't let anything impact their play all season. But these are very serious allegations. And that she decided to go to court and actually file a discrimination suit is huge. And it's also brave and courageous. And so I wanted to know, Zena, what was your reaction to this when you saw this news?
One, just as you're saying, like, Dearica, courageous to go up against your employer that you still work for, right? And to go up against the biggest team within that organization, and a beloved coach, right? That was a former player. It's not easy. You're gonna make yourself some enemies, and so there is a lot of courage to do that. And I definitely support Dearica in fighting for what she believes is right and what happened to her. I think for me, the biggest thing that really distressed me in reading that filing was the exchange she included about it. And I can just quickly quote it. On January 17th, 2023, I received a call from Hammond during which she told me that my time with the Aces is up and I was being traded and that it was best for my career. She told me, I can send you somewhere like Connecticut or Indiana, or you can pick a place like Los Angeles. During this conversation, I stated twice to Hammond, you're trading me because I'm pregnant. Hammond responded, what do you want me to do? Again, these are allegations. This is what was in the filing. Becky Hammon has repeatedly said that, these allegations brought against her are false or baseless or not, not what happened. And so just want to give that context. But to even hear that was potentially what happened is incredibly distressing. So my thoughts are, Dearica, incredibly courageous. I do hope she finds the support that she needs within her friends, her family, within her team, within the league. And I hope that the right thing comes about. And you're right, it was only 2 games and 1 future draft pick that they received. And just so everyone knows, this filing is going to be reviewed by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. And then based off that review, they'll try to probably mediate it. And if they can't come to a conclusion from the mediation, then she'll have 90 days to pursue a court case. And that's a lot. That's a lot to think about. It's a lot to handle. And she has a brand new baby to think about as well as her 6-year-old daughter.
Yeah, that's usually what happens in employment discrimination cases. It goes to the EEOC first. I used to write position statements, usually when we got these types of complaints. So the lawyers on behalf of the WNBA, they'll write, a position statement sort of responding to the allegations. My guess is that this will settle. What I think is sort of damning already for the allegations in this matter is that the league already came down with some kind of finding that they felt it necessary to suspend Becky for 2 games and also to further penalize them with respect to their draft picks. So they found something already was not on the up and up. So it would be interesting to see like what the defense is going to be. So we don't know, but yeah, I would suspect that maybe this is probably going to settle. But I hope that with filing this complaint, that Dearica gets what she's searching for and the peace that should, you know, hopefully come from it. Well, listen,
because people don't elevate these things unless they truly believe they've been wronged. And that's how I feel about it.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.